So synthetic division is actually kind of cool. It's the easiest way, I think, to divide polynomials. One way you've learned is to factor the top, and then if there's an x plus 4, you'd cross it out. There's different ways, but whenever you're dividing by this, which is kind of a nice clean x plus 4, and there's no coefficient here, synthetic division's best. If this was 2x plus 4, then you'd have to do long division, which is pretty lame. But this one's easy since this is a 1, the coefficient's a 1, this is going to be easy. Okay, so here's how you do this. This is heavy. So you set up this weird box situation. Okay, and now the coefficients of the top go in this box. You have to be really careful. So the coefficients in order are 2, 7, -6, and -8, right? See, I got them from here, 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 and here, and I put them in there. The one thing that messes everyone up, like every kid in America, is that if you don't pay attention, it might go from 2x cubed right to here. There might not be this term in here. If you skip an exponent, for instance, 3, 2, there's a 1 here, and 0. If it goes from x cubed straight to an x, you have to put a 0 in here for the term that got skipped. That didn't happen in this case. I'm just giving you a heads up, all right? In this case, you have 2, 7, -6, -8, because they go in order. Everybody's happy. Now, the number that goes out here is the opposite of this. If this is x plus 4, this is a -4. That's another area that messes people up. If you divided by x minus 7, this would be a positive 7. It's the opposite. In this case, we have x plus 4, so it's a -4. Okay, now this is the fun part. Ready? We're going to get a solution. The first guy just carries down. So here we have this 2. He carries to right here. All right? Now you do him times him here. -4 times 2 is -8, and it goes there. All right? Now you add these suckers down. What's 7 plus -8? That's -1. Now what's him times him here? Positive 4, right? You have -4s and -1s and positive 4. Okay, now, and you add these down. So now you have -2. Now you go him times him again here. That's positive 8. And coincidentally, magically, it comes out to 0 here. Okay, this does not look like an answer. This is the last thing that's like mildly confusing for people. How is that even an answer? And this is why. This is the coefficients of your answer. These are the coefficients of a polynomial. And I always, like, one way to do it is some people just say, you start with an exponent 1 less than what you started with, so this would be squared, because that was cubed. This is the way I do it. I work backwards. The first guy is a remainder, the second guy is no x, and then it's x to the 1, x squared. Does that make sense? I worked backwards. Remainder, no x, x1, x squared. So the solution is 2x squared minus 1x minus 2. It doesn't have an x, hence the no x. And then remainder, usually, well, a lot of times in these things, your teacher will give you one that there is a remainder. But in this case, there's no remainder, so that is our solution. If it had a remainder, you'd write remainder, whatever, in this case, 0, right? So when you divide that by that, you get this answer here. And you have to admit, synthetic division is pretty clean and like nice and pretty easy. Again, don't mess this up. These coefficients match perfectly, but if there was no, if you skip a term, you have to put a 0 in for that coefficient. All right, I'll give you an example. 4x to the 4th plus, 3x squared plus blah, blah, blah. Where's my x cubed? So here you'd put 4, 0 for the x cubed, and then 3 for that, and then so on. That makes sense? Anyways, that's how you do synthetic division. I think it's pretty easy. Remember, if you're having a hard time with your Algebra 2 class at your high school, you can take this online at Silicon Valley High School, and then the credits will be transferred back to your school.